Beginning, the armor that never came off. They said Commander Rissa never removed her armor. Not in camp. Not during negotiations. Not even when the medics begged her after battle to let them check her wounds. Her obsidian black plates were sealed tight, humming quietly with energy, an impenetrable skin forged for deathworlders like her. I had never seen a crack in that mask, not even a scratch. She was a living tank, feared by my entire regiment and respected by every species that dared face her. And somehow, despite all that, she chose me as her human liaison. Not because I was strong or famous or decorated, because I was steady, quiet, the only one who didn't flinch when she passed. And maybe because she could tell I wasn't afraid of her. We had been assigned to patrol the ruins of Altherion 9, a battlefield-turned-graveyard where the air still vibrated with leftover weapon energy. The sky was permanently stained crimson by dust and plasma scars. Half-melted towers leaned like dying giants. We were investigating missing scouts. 3 had vanished within 2 days. No bodies, no signals, just gone. Command suspected scavengers or pirates. Rissa suspected something worse. To her, everything was worse until proven otherwise. The 2 of us walked side by side through the rubble. She said nothing, as usual. I tried to break the silence. "You think we'll find them?" I asked. She didn't look at me. "We will find something." It wasn't an answer. With her, it never was. I shivered as the wind pulled through ripped metal structures, making them sing a ghostly tune. My suit's filters fought the haze. She didn't even bother turning hers on. "You don't use your helmet?" I asked. "My armor seals without it." "Still," I said, "you're breathing in a planet's worth of toxins." "Human lungs are weak," she replied simply. "Mine are not." I rolled my eyes. I walked right into that one. Her eyes flicked toward me for half a second. That was her version of a laugh. We reached a collapsed transport where the last scout had been seen. The entire side looked torn, not blasted, ripped inward, as though something had dragged metal like cloth. "What the hell did this?" I whispered. She knelt, placing her armored palm against the shredded hull. "Claws," she said. "But not animal." I swallowed. "Pirates." "No." "Something worse." "Of course. Always worse." Before I could question her, my wrist palm lit up. "Unregistered movement approaching your sector. Keep eyes open. Unknown signal strength." My pulse jumped. Rissa rose slowly. "Stay behind me, human." "Stop calling me human," I muttered. "I have a name." "I know," she said. "That is why I have not forgotten it." I blinked. That was surprisingly sweet? Or maybe a threat? With her, it was hard to tell. Then something moved in the shadows behind us. Rissa turned instantly, bladed gauntlet snapping open along her forearm. I aimed my rifle toward the disturbance, heart pounding. A figure stepped out, broken armor, scorched plates, limping. My breath froze. One of the missing scouts. Except he was wrong. His armor hung loose, dented inward from something crushing him. His helmet visor was cracked open, exposing a twisted face. His skin was pale, veins pitch black. His eyes glowed faintly blue, as if something inside him were staring through. He opened his mouth, but it wasn't words that came out. It was a chorus. A dozen voices layered over each other, speaking simultaneously. "Not yours. Not ours. Claimed. Claimed. Claimed." I stepped back, breath shaking. What happened to him? Rissa didn't answer. She didn't need to. Whatever was controlling him wasn't letting him stay alive out of mercy. The scout lurched forward. Rissa moved faster than sight, slamming her armored fist into his chest and sending him sprawling. I raised my rifle and fired, but the scout jerked unnaturally, dodging shots he shouldn't have been able to sense. He launched at Rissa again, clawing with metal-tipped hands. She met him head-on, catching his wrist and snapping it sideways with a brutal twist. Yet he kept fighting, movements boneless and horrifyingly fluid. A puppet with its strings pulled too hard. Rissa finally thrust her gauntlet blade through his heartplate. Light flickered in his chest, then died. His body fell still. Silence washed over the ruins. I knelt beside the corpse, voice quiet. He didn't deserve that. Rissa's voice softened barely, a whisper beneath the hum of her armor. None of them did. And then she did something she had never done before. She placed a hand on my shoulder. "Come," she said quietly. "There is something I must show you." The tone was different. Not commanding, not dismissive, trusting, almost vulnerable. I didn't realize that moment was the beginning of the truth she had been carrying alone. Middle, the secret under her armor. We took shelter in a half-collapsed bunker, the only structure still shielded enough to block scans. The air was cold, and the lights flickered sporadically, casting shadows that danced like specters on the walls. Rissa paced slowly. Her armor hummed louder than before. I sensed tension in her movement, like she was preparing for something. What was controlling him? I asked. She didn't answer right away. Instead, she removed her gauntlet blade, setting it on a crate with a soft clink. "The corruption is ancient," she said. "Older than your species. It infects minds, hollowing them out." That chorus. Yes. The voices of everything it has consumed. I shivered. "And you've seen it before." She froze. Her fists tightened. "I have fought it," she said. "And I failed." I stepped closer. "Rissa, I was in a unit of 12, she continued. "Only I survived." Her voice cracked, not violently, but like a piece of metal finally giving way after years of pressure. I had never imagined she could sound fragile. Before I could respond, she reached up and touched the collar of her armor. A hidden latch clicked. Energy dimmed. She was removing it. "Rissa, what are you doing?"
She didn't look at me.
"You have fought beside me for months," she said. "You have bled for my people. You have stayed when others ran." Her hands shook slightly, just slightly, as she undid the next clasp. "You deserve the truth." Piece by piece, the upper plates loosened, folding back like petals opening. The armor hissed as it released years' worth of sealed air. I took a step back, stunned. I had never seen her skin. No one had. Rumors said she was scarred beyond recognition. Others claimed she was more machine than flesh. Others said she was simply too powerful to show vulnerability. But when the plates opened, I froze. She wasn't monstrous. She wasn't damaged. She was beautiful, not in a soft way, in a fierce, battle-forged way. Her skin was marked with faint luminous lines, veins glowing with energy, scars that shimmered like starlight. Her muscles were wiry and strong, shaped by years of war. Yet her expression, that was what truly shocked me. She looked scared. "Rissa," I whispered, "why are you showing me this?" She inhaled shakily. "Because the corruption touched me." The air left my lungs. "What?" She lifted the undersuit beneath her collar. Beneath it, near her shoulder, was a darkened patch of skin, branching like black lightning. It pulsed faintly. Cold terror surged through me. "It infected you?" "Yes." "How long ago?" 2 years. I staggered. 2 years. "How are you still?" "Alive," she finished. "My armor isolates it, slows its spread, but it cannot contain it forever." Everything clicked. Her refusal to remove her armor, her distance from others, her constant vigilance. She wasn't being stoic. She was hiding a wound that could doom us all. You should have told someone, I said. I did. She met my eyes. I told you. My chest tightened. Why me? She hesitated, then stepped closer. You are not afraid of me. I should be, I whispered. Yet you are not. Her voice trembled. And that is why I trust you. My heart hammered in my ribs. I reached out, stopping just short of her shoulder. Why show me now? Because the infection is growing faster. And because she swallowed. The scouts you found were taken by the same creature that infected me. It knows I survived. It knows I resist. And now it hunts me. A cold dread settled on me. And if it gets you, I said, it gets access to your entire people. Yes. Silence. Crushing, heavy silence. Then, a distant shriek echoed through the ruins. Not human. Not natural. Something ancient and hungry. Rissa's eyes widened. It found us. The climax, the creature of many voices. We barely had time to react before the walls rattled. Dust rained from the ceiling. The shriek grew louder, vibrating through my bones. I grabbed my rifle. Rissa slammed her armor plates back into place, but the moment the collar sealed, the black veins pulsed violently beneath. She winced. Rissa. Don't touch me, she hissed. It senses physical contact. The bunker door ripped off its hinges. A creature crawled inside, twisted, multi-limbed, its body flickering between forms as if reality struggled to define it. Skulls and armor fragments clung to its sides. The voices came again, hundreds now. She carries us. She is ours. Return to the chorus.
Return.
Return. Rissa drew herself to full height. You will not have me, she growled. The creature lunged. I fired at its center mass. Plasma rounds pierced through, but didn't slow it. Rissa met it with a thunderous clash, their impact shaking the bunker's foundation. She struck fast, brutally, but every hit only made the creature shift form, becoming more chaotic. It lashed out, claws tearing through her shoulder plate. The infection pulsed violently, reacting to the proximity. Rissa screamed. I had never heard her scream. The creature turned toward me next, dozens of eyes forming along its body. Another mind to consume. Another voice to add. Like hell, I spat, firing continuously. The shots bought only seconds. The creature lunged, and Rissa slammed into it, shoving it back. Run, she roared. No, I shouted back. I'm not leaving you. The creature twisted, forcing her to her knees. Black tendrils wrapped around her arm, spreading corruption like wildfire. She fought to break free, but the armor sparked violently as systems failed. I can't hold it, she gasped. Go. I raised my rifle again, but Rissa's voice cut through. Use the pulse grenade. That'll kill you. Then let it, she snapped. Better I die than become its vessel. No. My throat tightened. Rissa, look at me. Her eyes flicked to mine. Not commanding. Not calm. Terrified.
And trusting.
If you die, I whispered, the truth dies with you. Everything you fought for dies with you. Her gaze softened. The creature roared behind her, black veins spreading across her neck. I made my decision. I charged. Not away. Forward. I tackled the creature from the side. Its tendrils whipped around me, burning cold, voices screaming in my head. Rissa ripped free enough to grab my wrist. Idiot, she breathed. A brave idiot. On 3, I said through clenched teeth. 1, 2. Together, we slammed the pulse grenade into the creature's core. A blinding flash erupted. The bunker shuddered. Walls cracked. Light swallowed everything. Then, silence. ending her truth, my promise. I awoke buried under debris. My ears rang. My body ached. The air was thick with dust. And then, a gauntlet hand broke through the rubble beside me, clawing upward. Rissa pulled herself free, armor sparking, plates shattered. She collapsed beside me. Half her helmet burned away, revealing one glowing eye. "You're alive," I whispered. "You too," she said weakly. Annoyingly. I laughed shakily. "Did we kill it?"
No.
"But we broke it. It will take time to reform." I sat up slowly. "We need to warn command. They need to know about the infection." "Yes," she said, "but they will not believe me without proof." "You have me?" I said. She looked at me, truly looked, without the armor, without the mission, without the weight of command. "Just Rissa." "You risked yourself for me," she said. "I didn't risk myself," I replied. "I chose you." Her breath caught. She removed the remains of her helmet, letting it fall with a soft metallic thud. Then, with trembling hands, she touched the collar of her armor again. Not to seal it, to open it. The plates unfolded, revealing her face fully this time. Scarred, luminous, beautiful. "No more armor between us," she whispered. I reached out and touched her hand gently. "No more secrets," I said. "Not from me." A faint, fragile smile touched her lips. "The truth is," she whispered, "I did not show you my face for your sake." "Then why?" I asked. "Because if I lose myself to the corruption, I wanted the last thing I saw to be someone I trust." My chest tightened painfully. "And if it comes back," she added, "I will need you to stop me. I won't let it take you," I said firmly. She leaned closer, eyes soft. "And that," she whispered, "is why it won't." Outside, the crimson sky began to fade into dawn. We stood together, two soldiers, scarred and exhausted, but united. Her armor lay scattered around us, broken, useless. But she didn't reach for it. She didn't hide. Not anymore. Because she had chosen to trust me with her truth. And I chose her right back.